So again, not a huge amount of capital. Everything we're buying is used, and that'll let us get up to 750, 800. Following year, what we want to do is get up to 12 to 1,500 tons per day. So in essence, tripling what we're producing right now. At that point, we should be producing about 2.5 to 3 million ounces of silver a year. Again, it's a pretty straightforward expansion plan. We'll need one more ball mill. We'll duplicate the crushing circuit. It's adding a secondary crusher. And then we'll start to build out our fully permitted 5.8 million tons tailing facility. The budget for the second expansion is about $4 million US. As I mentioned earlier, we raised 19.5 million Canadian, so we have more than enough capital to do that. Plus, we're also free cash flowing with the operations of silver and gold. So we're going to go from million 2 ounces of silver up to 2.5 to 3. And once you hit that 2 million ounce a year production number, you get usually a nice big lift within your market cap. You get a higher valuation in the market. I don't know why, it's just kind of that number. So 2.5 to 3 million ounces a year gets us into kind of that almost small mid-tier status, and we do want to grow from there after that. So why we bought the project? 6 minutes, perfect. As I mentioned, one of the largest undeveloped silver districts in Mexico. We truly feel it is the largest. So we're currently mining where those green areas are, Coloso, Nazareno, La Guitarra. But what's interesting for us is this East District. We've now identified over 60 kilometers of vein material at surface. These are old mines, these are old workings. We haven't even mapped the whole thing. We've recently just hired 2 new exploration geologists. They started in the East District. We're starting to map, we're starting to sample, and we'll be trenching very soon for that drill program in Q2 of 2026. So I'll quickly move in a little bit more into the East District. I don't know if you guys can see that with a bit of shadow there, but all those red lines, those are vein material we see and we have. And all the little black dots are former mines. There's about 600 former mines just within the small little area. Some of them are small, some of them are big. Mina de Agua, which is over here on the left side, that mine had over 10,000 workers when it shut down in 1910. That mine, they got a little bit too deep, it flooded. Back then, there was really no way to dewater the mine. They tried building some cell levels, it flooded again. So that shut down in 1910. The other one that's very interesting is the El Rincon mine. So El Rincon was the last mine to be in operation at La Guitarra. However, for the last 30 years of production, its head grade was 6.5 grams gold and actually 860 grams silver. So almost 6 times more than we're currently mining. These are some of the highest grades I've ever seen. So this is the prize for the operation, and this is what we're going to be exploring Q2 of next year. So we're really excited. You don't have these opportunities very often. What I love about La Guitarra and Sierra Madre is we have a production profile. We're generating cash. We're going to be generating a lot more cash. But we have the opportunity to really build, I think, a mid-tier silver company just with this one asset. So we're working diligently towards it. We kind of had our head down. We went into production 13 months earlier than we planned. That was really because of the price of silver. Once silver hit $24, we're like, let's go towards production. We put the exploration on hold for a little bit. But now with the capital we have, we'll be able to give it justice again in Q2 of next year. Quickly on the share structure, it's still fairly tight. This last financing we did was led by Franklin Templeton out of the US. They're a huge fund, 1.6 trillion asset under management. I'd be looking for the right investor to come in that really believed in the expansion plan, also the exploration potential. So they came in for $7 million right away. We also topped that up with management founders. We did another $2 million, and then $2 million came from one of our largest shareholders, Commodity Capital. They own 8% of the company, and then of course Eric Sprott. The fundraise, we announced $10 million. Within about 4 hours, the order book was over $30 million, and we ended up taking 19.5, which lets us do the double expansion. Also lets us explore on the East District, and also gives us a bit of extra capital because it's mining, and what may go wrong probably will go wrong, so we want to be cognizant of that. Market cap's about 200 million. Management founders were about 21.4%. Institution is now at 24. It was at 12 before, and then by far our largest shareholder is First Majestic. So First Majestic owns 37.7% of the company. They've been amazing. When we purchased a mine from First Majestic, they wanted all shares. They didn't want cash. They really believe in the upside of it, and they've been incredible shareholders. They provided us with that $5 million loan to get into production. So we have another 2 years on that, and we'll pay that back out of cash flows in the not too distant future. I myself have invested about $1.8 million personally in the company. Greg, the rest of the team, close to about $4 million. So really invested, really in line with shareholders. And that's kind of it. So lots coming. We'll announce in the next little while here, obviously, our Q3 financials. And we'll also start to announce when new equipment arrives at site. So we're working on getting a new ball mill. We'll be getting a new cone crusher. We'll be getting a new concentrator. So as new equipment and plant equipment comes on site, we'll start to announce that. We'll have our quarters keep going, and then we'll also announce some of the exploration work that we've started and what that's going to look like moving into Q2 2026. And that's about it. So yeah, please come by and visit us. We're just on the other side here. My name's Alex. David's here as well. I look forward to any questions you guys might have. And thank you so much for your time. Cheers.